Hey, I'm Sean Callaghan of Callaghan Law. A lot of times people will ask this great question, clients, other people I talk to, what does an expert witness do? And do I really need one? You know, they'll say like, the other side's gonna have one, we're gonna have one, like why do you even need expert witnesses? And the answer is this, that expert witnesses in most cases are critical, essential, and important. They're certainly important in personal injury cases because the most important expert in a personal injury case is a medical doctor to testify about what the injuries are and what's happening. And often that expert is somebody who treated you. In certain situations, though, it may be a non-treating physician that's looking at a myriad of treatment notes, has an incredible reputation, and can put that together and talk about a permanency of injury. Another type of expert is going to be a doctor in a personal injury case who says, you're not really injured, and there's not really a problem, right? So there's a battle of an experts. We'll talk about that in a second. In the business litigation context, experts are similarly wildly important. Experts can talk about whether or not something actually, what the standards of care are and what the duties are. There's a question of, it's a complicated legal question of how far experts can go in that testimony, which I won't bore you with or get into right now and confuse you, but experts can set the standard of care. So they could say, for example, what somebody should be doing who's an officer or partner in a company. They can talk about what somebody should have been doing in reviewing records or documents in some way, shape, or form, and then let the jury reach the conclusion whether or not the person met that duty. Sometimes they'll even be allowed to give an opinion about whether that duty was satisfied or not, and that becomes a little bit more of a complicated question we won't get into details on. But a huge issue in the business context and other contexts that experts talk about is how much you're owed. So in a personal injury case or business litigation, they're going to quantify the level of damages. And the expertise, so that's what they're going to do. So why is an expert important? They do all of these issues and more. There could be traffic experts, accident reconstruction experts. There can be experts on virtually anything. And what they tend to do, and we'll talk about this in a second, if handled correctly, is they inform the jury and educate the jury with a great degree of credibility. Now, not all experts are created the same. I love to talk about scales of mastery. There's some businesses in this country that start and never sell $1 of anything. And then there's Google, there's Amazon, there's Coca-Cola. There's the true masters of the world. I'm not saying you like those companies or not, but they figured out ways to do what they wanted to do, which is make money incredibly. The disparity could be 100x, 1,000x, millionx, a billionx in the difference between certain qualities of companies. The same is exactly true of experts. We've worked in cases where the other side, massive law firms spending tons of money to defend, against our cases, have hired experts that are literally a joke. Their credentials are awful. And I just sit back and go, are you kidding me? Like, you litigated this case, you're lying through your teeth. How did you not get like a good expert, at least with a good resume, to lie through their teeth? And it's amazing. And even though when people hire experts often that are highly qualified, the work, the information evidence given to them and the work they do with that evidence, again, it's a dramatic, incredible disparity. And the relationship between the lawyer and expert, not in telling the expert what to say, but in helping educate the expert on the facts and the information and in presenting the appropriate and correct questions to the expert, the skill in that process will create massively different results. In our $27 million jury verdict in Arizona, in our $33 million jury verdict in New Jersey, our experts crushed their experts because we provided better information, better questions, and our experts were telling the truth. Their experts were lying. In fact, actually one of the experts in the $27 million jury case wasn't lying at all, and because we did such an awesome job of asking questions at deposition, admitted that our theory of calculating damage was absolutely correct. And incredibly, folks, in that case, their two key experts did not show up at trial. They went on vacation and the other one just wasn't called, which is utterly astounding that massive law firms that claim to be incredibly good at what they do would have had such either horrendous experts or done such a horrendous job preparing them to the point they didn't show up. So the answer to my question is, experts are essential in the vast majority of cases, but the disparity in quality of expert and how the lawyer interacts with the expert is huge. And if you have any question in a case you're dealing with right now, or a case that's coming up for you, even if you're talking to a lawyer, you have a lawyer, you can call us. I'm Sean Callaghan, it's Callaghan Law. we'd be happy to expand on some of these concepts. We have tremendous experience with it in producing pretty awesome results, very awesome results. Give us a call, 201-261-1700, or follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. We put out great content every day. Again, it's 201-261-1700. I'm Sean Callagy. We're Callagy Law. Give us a call now. Thanks.